Meghan McCain clearly hasn't moved on from her past feud with Seth Meyers. Speaking of late-night stuff, I went on Late Night with Seth Meyers, and it was one of the worst experiences of my life. Truly, McCain, 38, said on the Thursday, October 20th, episode of her Meghan McCain Has Entered the Chat podcast. The former View co-host recalled her 2019 appearance on Late Night, which ended with the twosome in a heated exchange about Congresswoman Ilhan Omar.At. The time, McCain had criticized Omar, 41, for making comments about Israel that many viewed as anti-Semitic. Meyers questioned why McCain continued to call out Omar's remarks after she apologized, noting that the Congresswoman had received death threats from the incident. "I stand by every single thing I've said, and if that makes me unpopular in this room or in front of you, so be it," McCain said before asking Meyers if he was Omar's publicist or press person. "No, I'm just someone who cares about the fact that there's someone out there who is in a minority who has had death threats against her, and I think that we should all use the same language," Meyers, 49, replied. "You're asking her to be careful about her language, and I would ask everybody else to do the same." When McCain asked Meyers what would make him happy coming out of my mouth right now, Meyers attempted to wrap up the conversation nicely, telling her, "I'm perfectly happy with everything that's coming out of your mouth, and I'm happy that we spent this time together." Following the tense exchange, McCain's husband, Ben Domenech, took to social media to defend his wife's words, launching a tirade against Meyers that some deemed as homophobic. In his rant, he labeled the comedian an awful person and a monumental hole who is utterly unfunny. McCain addressed Domenech's controversial comments on her Thursday podcast, telling guest Ted Cruz, "My husband tweeted that the only reason he had a show was that he gargled Late Night with Seth Meyers' executive producer, Lorne Michaels Balls. It was a horrific experience, and Seth can go to hell forever." Domenech, for his part, ultimately apologized for attacking Meyers. "I love my wife," Domenech wrote via X, formerly Twitter, in May 2019. "I apologize for rage tweeting about how Seth Meyers treated her. I don't like him. I think he's a hack, but I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry to anyone I offended." McCain and Domenech married in November 2017 before welcoming their first child, daughter Liberty Sage, in September 2020. Their second child, daughter Clover Jade, arrived 3 years later in January.